Alright, how is it going, people and persons and objects, nouns, verbs, and adjectives? I hope you are doing well. As always, I'm doing okay. I'm doing well. I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Sorry for the lack of content. If you were looking forward to content, which I know I have basically no audience, which is relieving because I can take small breaks and not have to worry. I can take a leave of absence without having people complaining about where I am. I have nothing to blame for my absence other than myself and lack of motivation. Some other projects came up and just kind of how things played out. It's no big deal. I hope to get back into the grind, back into the swing of things, but no promises. I'm just kind of taking it day by day, drawing when I can, drawing what I want when I want, and focusing on all aspects of my artistic path. As for this drawing today, it's honestly not my favorite. It was I don't know, I wanted to draw, I had the idea in my head. I wanted to draw a hand holding a hand. This is loosely based off of a Photoshop assignment I had in a photography class some time ago, where I had a photo of my hand holding a wine glass with my hand coming out of the glass. It was weird. It was cool, but it was weird. Poorly done. Could have done it a lot better now. I think the idea was cool, and that's, like I said, where this idea kind of transpired from. Is that the word? That's a word. If it works, it works, Other than that, it's cool, Turned out okay. Again, not my favorite, but I've been working on some other stuff lately. I've had some fun doing some clothing. I do that as I have a small clothing brand, if you don't know, which I know I talk about pretty often on here. And I worked on a couple Courage the Cowardly Dog pants recently that I'm super proud of. I think they came out exactly how I envisioned them to come out. They've got, one of them is a vintage pair of blue jeans that I made a patch of courage and sewed that on to the leg and then painted on some of my favorite characters. And then the other pair of pants is a vintage pair of khakis, I guess. Some khaki, like caramel colored pants that I painted. I did the exact same patch of courage and sewed that on. And then on the entire leg, I painted the King Ramses, the Return to Slab guy, who, if you're like me, terrified you as a child. But he was one of my favorite characters, and I love him now because of how terrifying he was to me as a child. And he is still just as unsettling, I guess, is the right word. But yeah, I posted those on Instagram, and I tagged John R. Dilworth, I think. Yeah, John R. Dilworth. Pretty sure that's his middle initial. John Dilworth, the creator of Courage the Cowardly Dog. And he commented on them and DM'd me. And so that was pretty cool. Small flex there. No, I'm kidding. That was really neat. It made my day. I love when the work I do with the work that is inspired directly from something. Like I've done Courage now, and then I did a Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared Carhartt jacket in the past that also got the attention from the two creators, which they recently said their new series is coming out soon, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm sure it'll be great. I just recently watched a series that came out in 2014, I think. It was called Over the Garden Wall or something like that. That was really cool. The animation in that was unbelievable. I love inkwell animation drawings and 20s and 30s, I guess 40s as well, style of animation. I think it's beautiful. It's where it's where it all started, and it's cool. I also just got my first tattoo. I got it on my forearm, upper forearm, towards my elbow. It's something me and my buddy got. Not they're matching, but slightly different. Mine is a ghost with it's a ghost inside of a triangle, like coming in and out. I guess the triangle is more so around it. He's like, anyways, ghost triangle, and the ghost is holding a flower, and then it says Vita, which is Latin for life. And then my buddy has the same thing, ghost triangle, except the ghost is holding a skull, and it says Letum, which is Latin for life, or not life, death. So, they're cool. I drew them, and I'm very proud of them. The tattoo artist, we went through several, probably a dozen, more than a dozen different artists, definitely more than a dozen. We went through a lot of different people's portfolios to find the right guy for the job, and he killed it, man. He knocked it out of the park. I love him. They turned out exactly how I wanted to, and I think we got them done a week ago now, and I've already scheduled an appointment for my next tattoo, which is going to be a black cat in the traditional Halloween black cat style, like the vintage black cat with a little hat, and he is balancing with one foot on a ball, and the ball is going to have my spiral inside, which is the logo for my clothing brand. And yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm still trying to figure out where I want to put it. I'm thinking on the back side of my arm, I guess almost under where my ghost tattoo is. I don't know. Might have to gonna have to ask around, figure that out. I'm excited though. I want to get. I've wanted this tattoo that I have. I wanted a vintage black cat, and I want a crow, and some other little line work, artwork that I've done in the past. I don't know if I want to do what I originally wanted. I think I might want to redraw something now that I've progressed as an artist. It took me a while to get to where I was comfortable enough with my artistic skills to want to put something on my body permanently. I was afraid that I would draw something and think that it was good, and then in a few years be like, I would have done that differently, or this could have been a little bit better. But I'm where I'm at now, to where if I draw something, I feel good about it, and I feel confident that in a few years I'll look back on it and think highly of it. For this drawing that you're watching, I kept the color kind of Frankenstein-y. This hand kind of gave me Frankenstein's monster vibes, so I went with mostly green. I think there's some blue, and I can't remember what I did this drawing. I did this drawing quite some time ago, and I honestly just didn't have the motivation to do the voiceover, the commentary that I'm doing right now. I edited it almost as soon as I finished the drawing, and I just forgot about it, honestly, and then I ended up deleting the edit, thinking that I had already uploaded it, so I had to edit it again, and then it just sat there and waited for me to talk about it for probably a month, maybe more. Feels like it's been 2 months. don't know. It's been quite some time. I apologize. I hope to not do that. I'm just bad at posting things on social media. I like the process of work and making and creating, but when it comes to showing off what I've done, it's hard for me for some reason. If I had the money and the resources, then I would probably hire someone to do that process for me, because I'm just bad at it. I don't know. I have a lot of things I could improve on, but I'm working on it one step at a time. I'm gonna focus on doing what I do best for now, which is just making art. My tattoo is starting to itch right now for the first time since I've gotten it. Been dreading that moment, so I'm glad I could capture that on live on air with my mic hot. But yeah, this is my drawing. I really want to grab it, Doesn't it look like it would just be satisfying to grab by the wrist and swing around? I don't know. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time. Later, skater.